I'm a bit of an idiot. So I decided to take some drastic measures. I talked to my roommate and he suggested that I should meditate for 2 hours a day, which I thought sounded like a lot, but I'm willing to go to the ends of the earth, I guess, to solve this problem. All right, so it is, let's see, what time is it? It's 8:15. I'm gonna be meditating for about an hour and a half right now until 9:45. So this is gonna be my home for the next hour and a half. So yeah, I didn't exactly know what meditation was or what it was supposed to be. I'd heard that you were supposed to focus on your breath or maybe just observe your mind, but I didn't really know. I decided to track my progress in this little chart, and after my first morning, I felt like I was off to a pretty great start. I was a little bit bored at first, but besides that, my mind felt very calm, and for the whole rest of the day, I was in a super good mood. Later that night, I worked out and saunaed, which is a little bit different because usually I work out in the morning. In the sauna, I kind of just focused on my mind, focused on my breathing, and did about 20 minutes in there. So that rounded out my total for day one on Wednesday to 2 hours. So it may not look like it, but day two is when the problems began. Here are the notes I took after my 45-minute morning session. Hard to get comfortable, legs hurt. Thinking and planning for the future. Much better uses of time, more obviously beneficial. I couldn't believe it. This thing that seemed so easy on day one now seemed so difficult. I ended day two with an abysmal 50% completion. Day three, I was able to reach my deepest state of calmness. It was unlike anything I had ever felt before. It was about 30 minutes in, and I unconsciously began chanting Om, which produced an almost euphoric feeling. This is what I wanted to get out of the challenge. I began to think, how much further can I push this? The key was that I had finally relinquished the pressure to be doing something else more productive with my time. I had given myself full permission to be doing exactly what I was doing, which I did not understand the significance of at the beginning of the week. I still came up a bit short of hitting the 2-hour mark on day three, but I was feeling good and I was ready to go into the weekend strong. On the fourth day, I went looking for a monk. The meditation center was closed, unfortunately, so I didn't get to find one, but I did venture into our famous chapel on campus and sat down to meditate for a while. It was noisy as people were coming in and out, but it got me thinking about all the ways that people can meditate and have in the past. Do you have to be sitting crisscross on the floor? Are all the different forms of religious and philosophical meditation valid? And if so, how do I figure out which one is right for me? It's with these questions that I sat down to do my longest meditation yet, a full 2 hours. On day five, I did a little bit of a different strategy on this. So I found that the 2 hours or hour and a half straight meditation was becoming an issue. There was just problems arising. Either I was getting really uncomfortable, fell asleep like yesterday, I don't know, things were just, causing it not to be perfect. So I was like, all right, well, why don't I just try to split it up a little bit instead of doing the whole 2 hours? Let me do it in 20 or 30 minute intervals. So that's what I did yesterday. I think I ended up doing five about 25-minute sessions, 20 to 30-minute sessions. And now it's Monday morning right now, reflecting on yesterday. I feel incredible. I feel so good. I genuinely think this practice of meditation has made me a more mindful, a more clear-headed, and just, I don't know, my mind is just so calm without me having to even think about it. It's like the benefits of meditation are just running in the background. This new strategy was just working so well for me. It allowed me to break it up throughout the whole day, so I wasn't sitting there for 2 hours and needing to find 2 hours in a day because it's so difficult to do that, as everyone probably knows. The benefits of, a calm mind were still kind of reverberating throughout the day. So I kind of am liking this strategy, and it's definitely something I'm going to try to take with me into the future. Hi, everyone. So it's officially the 7th day. It went well today. I brushed up right against the 2-hour mark. And yeah, as a little conclusion to this video, I wanted to just share my reflections on what it was like Obviously, I didn't hit my 2-hour mark every day, but I don't think that was really the point. I think I ended up doing about an hour and a half, maybe an hour 20, to be conservative per day. And I'm happy with that, right? If you shoot for the stars, you'll end up on the moon. So I just wanted to share a few final thoughts before concluding this video. One is the idea of an alamba. It's something I was thinking about a lot during the course of this week because I had been learning about it separately in my meditation and psychedelics class. An alamba is essentially a mental base. It's something that you kind of focus on so that instead of focusing on everything, you only focus on one thing. This could be your breath, this could be an idea, this could be a candle in front of you or an icon if you're super religious. The most profound thing that I meditated on was my own mortality. This idea of, reflecting and feeling your own death and being really aware of that makes the meditation session obviously feel much more important and timely, but also your whole day. It's like, all right, we often don't think about death, and bringing that as something that you're focusing on first thing in the morning kind of puts your whole day in a very different perspective, and I think makes you more engaged with the world. The single biggest takeaway for me throughout this whole challenge was that in the future, I will be able to just plop down on my yoga mat or plop down, in a chair somewhere and take 5 minutes for myself. Meditation doesn't have to be this whole thing. It doesn't need to be something you prepare for. It can just be something you do quickly. It's a tool in your toolbox to better yourself. That's what I've learned throughout this whole thing. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour thing. It can be a 5-10 minute thing. But the benefit I will say of having done those, longer stretches is you kind of know what the feeling of peace feels like, and then you can kind of brush up against it in those 5 or 10 minutes. And just getting that little taste almost like will rejuvenate you, I found. And then lastly, just this idea of meditation being a discrete versus a continuous process. Like if you like the version of yourself, if you still have a self, while you're meditating, if you like that version of you, why would you kind of isolate that off to a specific section of the day for 20 minutes or even 2 hours? Like the goal, for me at least, is to bring the lessons that I learn about myself and the world in meditation to the world. It's like if you find God on top of a mountain, you bring it down to the village people. If you find peace in meditation, then you bring that peace with you to the world and the rest of your life. So I want to become a mindful, meditative person, I guess. I want to be enmeshed with the spirit of meditation throughout my day. I don't want it to be this isolated thing. So those are some of my biggest takeaways from this challenge. It was definitely difficult. I obviously didn't do the challenge. I didn't complete it. I didn't win. I didn't live up to that 2-hour mark every day just because it was honestly, I was busy this week. It's the weekend. It's my friend's birthday. It's election night. I had tests. I have presentations. Like there's a lot going on. But obviously everyone has a lot going on. So it's just how you can make time for what you feel like are the most necessary things. Like I sacrificed some workouts to do this. Like on certain days I meditated instead of working out. Is that the right call? You kind of have to make that decision for yourself, I think, on a day-to-day basis. It's how you prioritize. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a week, I guess, in the life of, my name is Max Potter. This channel is Max Depth. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you real soon. I'm gonna keep doing videos like this, keep doing videos about philosophy, self-improvement, and yeah, I hope to see you all very soon. Cheers.